Hi, it's Dawn Pierce with Southern Instructional Solutions. I'm here to talk with you on my last video series, number 8, on the syllable types. We have done number 1 on the introduction of the syllable types and setting up of the notebooks. The second video was done on the close patterns, the third one on the open, the fourth one on magic E, the fifth one on vowel teams, the sixth one on bossy R, the seventh one on consonant LE, and here we are today, finally on the last one. We're going to talk on the diphthongs, which I like to call the whiners because they sound like they're whining. And for elementary kids, we don't need to say diphthongs, in my opinion. Just call them whiners. It's okay. Like they don't need to know that terminology. So they just need to be able to recognize it and read it correctly. So let's move on. Gather your favorite writing tools. These are mine. And let's get moving. Let me share my screen with you. And here we go. So I'm going to label it whiners. You don't have to. If you want to call it diphthongs, that's fine with me. But I'm going to call them whiners. WHINERS, because they sound like they're whining, and that helps the kids like just kind of recognizing the grouping that they're in. But they are called the diphthongs. And in my book, they're labeled as diphthongs, like the book that I use for instruction anyway, but that's okay. These are what they consider a gliding vowel. If that helps you to understand them any better, I'll write that here. They're a gliding vowel. I don't know if that helps very much or not, but they're just really hard for the students. That's why I teach them kind of last. I do kind of space it apart in my instruction because just developmentally, they're just on the harder end of the scale. So it just takes a while, I think, for them to get some of these. So we'll start with the first one, the first pair. So they're kind of like buddied up the way vowel teams are, is the way I like to think of them. That helped me a lot when I was trying to learn them because I don't consider myself the phonics expert. There's probably people who know it far better than I do, but I just keep studying and keep trying to learn from others and trying to learn from the experts. But yes, it can be quite confusing. So we have, basically we have AW that says aw, aw, but we also have AU that says aw, aw. So words that follow these two patterns, and I just kind of group them together. They both say aw. And so let's think of like an example. We have saw. I'll zoom in a little so you can see it. Saw. And then we have Paul. I saw Paul when he fell. Aw. Okay, so let's highlight aw and Paul. Aw. Okay. Let's go to our next one. Our another whiner would be oi. Oi. O-I says oi. And O-Y says oi. Oi. Doesn't that sound like a whine to you? Mommy, I want my toy, as they whine. Don't your kids whine? Okay. So that would be, think of toy, toy. And how about soil? I have soil all over my knees. I need to wash them. Can I wash my knees, please, as they whine? Soil, toy. There we go. Highlight that oi. How about ew? Ew. That's another one. Ew. Like new. which also goes with ooh, ooh, like in loop, loop. New, like new and loop. Okay, so think of new and loop. Not all OO words have that same sound, so be careful. New and loop. Then, how about ow? Ow, another whiner. OW, ow. Or ow. They also whine. And some of you, I've heard some of your YouTubes have great stories to go along with them. So if you have a great story, throw your story in there with it. And I would like, you might introduce them and then you might attack them in all separate lessons and have them really get to know each of these like very well. So this is like a nice overview so that they understand the grouping of them, or you just might attack them a couple at a time. You decide how you want to do that. But this is cow and this is out. But I think eventually you need to let them see this big picture of how all these phonics types are really working. They need to see all of this, because I don't think the teachers really understand sometimes themselves. Because once they understand these syllable types, then they're able to attack larger words. And I go into that into my syllable division series. So go find that next, the syllable division. This gives them the skills they need to attack larger words, both in reading, decoding, and writing, encoding. So it gives them a tool to use. It doesn't always work, but it's a starting point. So it's very important for them to have a starting point. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this series and please subscribe to my channel. Bye.